Hi guys, I'm a Forester here with the first video that I've made for YouTube in 8 months. Now I've missed making and watching YouTube videos during that period of time. I made my very first video for YouTube in September of 2010, and I think I have somewhere between 600 and 700 videos online currently. So I can honestly say that I've given YouTube a fair shot. My daughter was my very first subscriber back in 2010, imagine that, and now I have 6,400 subscribers. But after this 8-month vacation, I might be starting out with YouTube all over again. Now, I stopped making videos for several reasons. First of all, I just didn't have the time anymore. I'd started teaching English online as a second job, and between my full-time forestry job and this new part-time job, I've been working 70 to 80 hours every week. For the past year, I've gotten up at 4 a.m. every morning, and I go to bed typically around 11:30. It just simply wore me down, which eventually led to what I'll discuss later in this video as the situation. Now, I worked so hard because I simply enjoyed it. Meeting people online and teaching English has been fascinating. Now, the second reason that I paused with YouTube was the lack of growth in my channel. I do have a core group of friends who comment regularly on videos, and I really appreciate it, y'all. But I couldn't help but be disappointed when I would make a video and it would only have 100 to 200 views. Now, there are many reasons why people are attracted to a particular video. I decided early on to make videos about a variety of topics and not just focus on one subject like guns or knives. I talked about whatever was on my mind at the time. Maybe that was the reason for the lack of growth in my channel. My delivery is probably a factor also, because some people comment about it. In any case, my lack of channel growth was discouraging and one reason that I paused the channel. The final reason for pausing YouTube was the expense of making the videos. In 99% of my videos, I don't have any sponsors, so I bear the total cost of the equipment that I'm reviewing. Now, although my channel is monetized, most of the videos ended up costing me money out of pocket. For example, I bought handguns that range in price from $350 up to $1,600 each. The handgun video that made the most revenue for me was of my sea camp. I made 2 videos of it, and they brought in a total revenue of $200. That sea camp cost a lot more than $200 though. I had a rule that I would never buy any equipment that I didn't want, whether I made a video or not. But after buying so many handguns, knives, flashlights, watches, fountain pens, and the rest of the gear, it was just hard to justify buying any more equipment. So what does the future hold for my YouTube channel? Well, I'm going to try to get started again with a regular video, maybe one per week. And I do have some gear to review, like my new smartwatch, the Samsung Watch 4. Been wearing it for about a month. I've been using a great planner that I've really enjoyed. This is a Hobonichi Techo Cousin. It's a Japanese planner. I look forward to sharing my thoughts with you on it. And I never did a review of my latest handgun purchase, this Beretta 92G Elite. So stay tuned for these reviews and more. Now, before I end this video, I want to share with you a personal update on what I'll refer to as the situation. I assume you can figure out what I mean. A couple of months ago, on August the 19th, I began experiencing some symptoms like a slight fever, about 100 degrees, and a buzz in my head when I would turn my head a certain way. It was a very strange feeling. Soon after that, I started experiencing some muscle ache in my neck first, then my shoulders, and it quickly spread to my back, my arms. Even my joints had pain when I would try to move them. I would say the muscle pain was the worst symptom, and it was more painful than, say, a flu muscle ache, but I could control it easily with pain medication. I was tested, and the results came back positive at that point. Now, the pain lasted for 4 days, and then the next symptom set in, and that was fatigue. The fatigue lasted for about 2 weeks, and I would tire very quickly when I would try to do any physical activity. Now, I felt very fortunate that I didn't have any breathing problems because I had no congestion or any coughing. But I was mistaken in that the first time I went walking for exercise, I quickly ran out of breath and I realized that my lung capacity was greatly diminished. After 1 month, people would ask me how I was and I would say, well, I'm 85% recovered. Now I feel like I'm 95% back to normal. As time goes by, I may just attribute the remaining symptoms to old age. Now, I'm often asked two questions. Did I lose my sense of taste and smell? And where did I catch it? To answer the first question, we love to eat a spicy pimento cheese that's locally made here in South Carolina. One day, I fixed myself a pimento cheese sandwich, but after a few bites, I told my wife that we had bought a bad batch of pimento cheese. She tasted it and said, well, it tastes fine to me. That's when I realized that I had lost some ability to taste food. And to answer the second question, where did I catch it? I'm pretty sure that I caught it at our local indoor pool. We started swimming again when the pool reopened, and after swimming, I like to relax in the jacuzzi, but one day, 3 other people joined me there, and I didn't think to put my mask on. It was a couple of days later that I began to show symptoms. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. You can give it a thumbs up if you like to, but I particularly like to read and respond to your comments. Y'all take care.